Cars are inherently dangerous and should be operated carefully at all times, even on ideal roadways. But there are some roads in the world that pose a challenge to even the most experienced drivers. Today, we're going to see a stretch of road where turning on your headlights could result in death. Another that was built by hand using common tools, and even a single road with 18 lanes. Hold on tight, subscribe to the channel, and let's take a closer look at the 10 most dangerous and incredible roads. Number 10. Skipper's Canyon Road. Skipper's Canyon Road is located in the southwest of New Zealand's South Island. Surprisingly, this perilous route is actually one of New Zealand's better-known scenic roads. Among the various hazards it poses, the road was constructed 140 years ago. It was carved into the side of a mountain and has very little in the way of barriers, or really any safety features at all. Additionally, it is perilously narrow. Just how narrow is it? So narrow that there are parts where when two cars meet, one will have to reverse back to a wider point for the other to be able to pass. This 16.5-mile long road is so notoriously dangerous that rental car insurance will not honor claims resulting from incidents on it, and there are a number every year. In fact, between 300 and 400 people lose their lives. Number 9. Sichuan-Tibet Highway. At least Skipper's Canyon Road offers mostly asphalt roadways, and most of us would recognize as a main route. But this next road is terrifying just to look at, let alone drive on. The journey is so risky that those trying to make it have a chance of getting caught in rock slides or landslides. And even if you do make it to your destination, you will likely suffer horrendous altitude sickness. The particularly treacherous stretch is part of China's 318 National Trunk Highway. Those brave enough to take the route are blessed with breathtaking views encapsulating slices of ancient China and stunning mountain views and forests. Assuming everything goes to plan, traveling this roadway will take you around 36 hours. So just how deadly is the Sichuan-Tibet Highway? Well, on average, about 7,500 out of every 100,000 who use it will perish without reaching their destination. Before we go on, like this video, pop the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell right now, or the ghost in your closet will manifest itself tonight. Number 8. Padiupalo-Pertikaki Road. Pertikaki is a tiny village with a population of just 356. It sits at an altitude of 700 meters above sea level, and the 23.5-kilometer road leading to it is one of the most dangerous roads in the world. Located in western Greece, Padiupalo-Pertikaki Road climbs over 1,160 feet, despite being poorly maintained and chock full of potholes. It is also dangerously narrow, with deadly corners, no markings on the shoulder, and no guardrails to help keep drivers from plummeting haplessly over the edge. This might not be such a terrifying road to drive alone, but heavy truck, livestock, and pedestrian traffic add to the many risk factors you may want to consider if a drive along Padiupalo-Pertikaki is on your bucket list. Number 7. Route 431, Highway to Hell. Literally nicknamed the Highway to Hell, Route 431 in Alabama is among the United States' deadliest highways. One of the worst stretches lies between Seal and the Barber Country line. This section of roadway is rife with rolling hills that impede drivers' visibility of oncoming traffic. Ordinarily, this might not be an issue except for the fact that for many years this stretch of highway has been a single lane, and drivers attempting to pass other motorists would find themselves in head-on collisions with unseen vehicles at the top of hills. In this small stretch, 31 people lost their lives between 1992 and 2006, leading Reader's Digest to proclaim it one of America's deadliest highways in 2000. In 2003, the director of the Alabama Department of Transportation, or ALDOT, met with the family of an accident victim and was so touched by her pleas that he expedited the expansion of the entire Seal to Barber stretch. And today, it is a 4-lane highway with far less annual fatalities than before. Number 6. Luxor Al Hurghada Road. So far, most of the entries on our list have been dangerous due mostly to the potential of a crash. But number 13 is dangerous for a different reason altogether. This Egyptian road connects two major tourist centers, the ancient city of Luxor and Hurghada, the regional hub for scuba diving resorts. Because the road connects two tourist hotspots, it stands to reason the road is frequented by tourists. But also common on the road are bandits and terrorists who frequently rob and execute drivers. The peak of violence on this road was during the late 1990s. To give you an idea of just how bad it was, in 1997, 62 German tourists were massacred by just 6 gunmen. Nowadays, It is an unspoken rule that motorists do not use headlights on the road and travel at night to avoid being seen. This means that accidents are also a common danger because, well, no one has their headlights on. Overall, it may just be best to avoid this road altogether. Number 5. Fairy Meadows Way. Spanning 16.2 kilometers, this dangerous mountain road in the Gilgit-Baltistan region of Pakistan sits at an elevation of 3,300 meters above sea level. If the height wasn't enough to make you weak in the knees, you should also realize that there are no guardrails on this road, and it is no wider than a Jeep Wrangler. You may assume that such a precarious road would probably be avoided at all costs, but the road is actually very well traveled, and when passing is necessary, it has to be done with extreme care to avoid plummeting thousands of feet into the seemingly endless chasm below. Number 4. Guoliang Tunnel Road. The Guoliang Tunnel is one of the most famous tunnels in the world. Located along a sheer cliff face, this tiny tunnel presents unique obstacles for unsuspecting drivers. The village of Guoliang in the Henan province of China has long been cut off from civilization by the massive Taihang Mountains. For centuries, this has proven a major detriment to Guoliang's residents. In 1972, however, a group of 13 villagers, led by Shen Mingsen, got together and decided to take matters into their own hands. Literally. The intrepid group sold most of their livestock to buy materials and tools. Then, they set to work carving a 1.2 kilometer long, 5 meter tall, and 4 meter wide tunnel in the side of Taihang. The work was demanding, and at its most grueling, the men only managed to construct 1 meter of the tunnel every 3 days. In the end, one of the workers lost their life. However, when the road was completed in 1977, it became a life-changing development for villagers who were previously stranded. Over the years, however, the Guoliang Tunnel Road has become something of a tourist attraction, but with its narrow width and total lack of guardrails, any loss of control is not an option. Number 3. James Dalton Highway. Most commonly known as the Dalton Highway, this 666-kilometer roadway is located in Alaska and was once called the North Slope Haul Road, as it was opened primarily as a supply road to support the Trans-Alaska Pipeline System in 1974. The path is so treacherous that anyone traveling it is advised ahead of time to bring survival gear. Because of the extreme conditions, it has also been featured on a number of popular television programs, including Ice Road Truckers, America's Toughest Jobs, and World's Most Dangerous Roads. Not only is the road icy and lacking in barriers and markings, but it is extraordinarily remote, with medical care hundreds of miles away, and weather conditions that remain harsh throughout most of the year. Number 2. Commonwealth Avenue Killer Highway. Our second entry from the Philippines, Commonwealth Avenue is often called Killer Highway. Accidents on this highway don't just affect motorists, but cyclists and pedestrians as well. This 12.4 kilometer road with 18 lanes has virtually no rules or regulations for use. The accepted speed limit is around 60 kilometers per hour. But that is little consolation, given that many parts of the road are hotspots for foot traffic and bicyclists. In total, the Killer Highway claims the lives of over 7,000 people every year. That's an average of nearly 20 people a day. Number 1. North Yungas Road. Located in Bolivia, the 60-kilometer stretch was given the name Road of Death due to the heavy rain and fog that covers the area, coupled with uneven terrain and sharp winding turns. North Yungas Road was created to connect the high-altitude capital city La Paz, situated at a height of 4,650 meters, to the lower-lying Yungas region, buried deep in the Amazon. In fact, it is currently one of the longest stretches of continuously downhill roads in the world. In spite of the danger, it is a popular destination for cyclists, and has become a popular tourist destination, attracting nearly 25,000 tourists per year. Despite its popularity though, around 18 cyclists have sadly perished on the road since 1998. And that's all for 10 most dangerous and incredible roads. Which one was your favorite? Can you think of a more incredible road? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. and subscribe to TrendJoint for more incredible videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.